I'm sure a lot of people out there know you from your book, Secrets for Profiting in Bull and Bear Markets, which is excellent. What would you say to readers of your book who've already kind of learned your system a little bit, read that book a few times, really enjoy it and find it really helpful? What would you say to convince them that this course can, even add to that knowledge base and improve their overall skills?
I think very simply, we're going to take them to a higher level. It's kind of like first you got your undergraduate degree. Now we're going to take them to get their master's, and if they're really serious, their doctorate. It's like anything else. I said this before. The more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. And I really think that, again, it takes an open minded person. But those that are, I think they'll walk away and find out, as the guy who wrote me the letter that I spoke about earlier in this interview, it changed his life, and hopefully we're going to change many of their lives.
Perfect. And we'll try to help as many people out and so they can learn to the system. And just one last thing about the introduction. I'd love to hear kind of three main takeaways that you hope to teach students who take the stage analysis course.
Let me think. I think the first thing, I mean, being simple minded, I want to help them to be profitable, but I really think a couple of things. One, learn to be objective and take emotion out of your decision making process. I think that's probably the first important thing. Second, be realistic. You have to know in some markets, like last year and 2 years ago's market, I think you could have had tremendous goals on the upside. Now, be realistic. In this market we're in right now, we can still make money, don't get me wrong. But the bottom line is we have to realize it's not as easy as in a bull market. So we have to have more realistic goals. Another thing, I won't even limit it to three. I'm just thinking because you asked so many good questions. I also want to teach people to, a lot of people will never sell short. It's almost like it violates their religion. And that's a problem. That's kind of like driving a car that doesn't have a reverse gear. I want to teach people, like, you know what? In a bull market, we want to buy good stocks correcting. In a bear market, hey, we have to do some selling and we have to sell bad stocks on rallies. So that's another thing I think that's important. I guess the last thing I would try to get across to them, beside being objective, is to be flexible. You see, over the years, the market has changed. We have to move faster, and we've changed. So I think those are probably the most important things. And probably when I hang up the phone from you, I'll think of another four or five, and we're going to get these across in our course. I think that that's really the main thing, is to just take a deep breath, be objective, and learn what you truly have to focus on, which is not listening to the talking heads on TV, and is not, reading simply the Wall Street Journal or any other newspaper and looking and think that's the way you're going to make money in the market.